This is the story of a fisherman named John who, like every other day, takes his small boat out into the sea to catch fish. But this day turns out to be different. Suddenly, a thick fog surrounds him, and he can't see anything in any direction. John loses his way and, while wandering aimlessly, spots an abandoned boat. Out of curiosity, he ties his boat to it and decides to go inside and take a look. As soon as he steps into that boat, he's shocked. The whole boat is empty. No people, no sounds, just an eerie silence. At first, everything seems normal. The food is fresh, the clothes are neatly arranged, and there are clear signs that people were recently there. But strangely, there's no one around. John tries to start the boat's engine, but it doesn't work. Seeing a huge, empty boat floating in the middle of the vast sea leaves him stunned. He picks up a telescope and looks around, hoping to find someone nearby. But the dense fog has covered everything. Disappointed, he returns to the control room and switches on the radio, hoping to send a signal for help. John sends a message over the radio. This boat is stranded in the sea. If anyone can hear me, please respond. After sending the message, he decides to go back to his small boat. But when he steps outside, his boat is gone, even though he had tied it securely. His confusion deepens when he notices that the fog has suddenly cleared and the sky is now bright and clear. It's already afternoon, and John has no idea what's going on. With no other way to return, he goes back inside the mysterious ship and starts studying the maps to figure out where he is and how to get home. The problem is, the ship's engine is broken. If he wants to survive, he must fix it at any cost. He searches the entire ship for a toolbox and, after hard work, finally manages to repair the engine. It's a huge relief for him. The boat is now running again, and he begins to get a sense of direction. But the danger isn't over yet. John goes back to the control room and tries contacting someone through the radio again. But still, there's no response. Everything remains wrapped in mystery. Then he goes upstairs and suddenly feels the urge to use the toilet. Since no one is around, he decides to relieve himself over the edge of the ship. Just as he reaches the edge, someone suddenly pushes him from behind. He falls straight into the water. The situation is extremely dangerous, but he manages to grab a reel and saves himself from drowning. The wind and waves are so strong that it's almost impossible to climb back onto the ship, but he refuses to give up. With great effort, he slowly pulls himself up using the reel and finally climbs back onto the boat. In the middle of all this, he couldn't finish what he had started, so he goes back to use the toilet again. But as soon as he goes down, someone suddenly slams the door shut behind him. John first assumes it's just the wind and doesn't pay much attention. But when he tries to open the door, he realizes it's locked from the outside. Now he's truly shocked. He tries everything to open it, even uses a coin from his pocket to pick the lock, but nothing works. Now he begins to feel that he isn't alone on this ship. Someone is there, unseen, messing with him. He feels as if an invisible force is playing cruel games with him. He shouts, "Please, whoever you are, open the door. I'm not a thief. I just came to look around." But no response comes. He realizes there's no hope of help. Then he moves toward the cabin, and what he sees inside sends chills down his spine. Bloodstains everywhere. The atmosphere is terrifying, but he tries to stay calm. He grabs a pair of scissors and tries to break open the lock, but it still won't open. Suddenly, the whole ship begins to shake violently, as if something big is about to happen. John is terrified. Then he notices a window above. Somehow, he climbs up to it and looks outside. In the distance, a huge cargo ship is heading straight toward him. John realizes that if it collides, everything will be over. He must save himself at any cost. He tries to signal the cargo ship, but he has nothing to use. Quickly, he takes off his shirt and waves it frantically, hoping someone will notice him. But unfortunately, despite all his efforts, no one sees him. Now, John knows that if his boat keeps moving forward, it'll collide and he'll die. Then he spots a rope hanging near the window and suddenly gets an idea. Maybe he can use it to stop the boat. He quickly ties the rope and throws it outside to slow down the ship. But things get worse. The rope gets tangled in the engine's fan, pulling back through the bathroom and wrapping tightly around his neck. He starts to choke. On the verge of death, he somehow grabs a tool and cuts the rope, freeing himself. His neck turns completely red. He was almost dead, but he survives at the last moment. The rope stuck in the engine slows the ship down, but that's not enough. The massive cargo ship still crashes into him. The violent impact shakes the boat so hard that John falls and loses consciousness. He suffers a deep head injury. When he finally wakes up, he finds the bathroom filled with water, but the strangest thing is, it's not salty seawater. It's clear, fresh water, as if someone is deliberately trying to scare him. Broken and desperate, he pleads again. "Whoever you are, please let me go." But but still, no response. Now he's starving, thirsty, and weak. He drinks the water from the shower, but soon realizes it's gone. Then he drinks from the sink, only to find that it's now salty. He immediately realizes that the boat has a leak and seawater is entering. The ship won't last much longer. Panicked, he tries to open the door, but it seems someone has locked it from outside. It's night now, and he senses that some invisible, evil force is controlling the boat. The water keeps rising, and John, exhausted, eventually falls asleep. That night, a terrible storm hits the sea, smashing the boat apart and severely injuring John. When he wakes up the next morning, the water has reached his face. Only his head is above the surface. He feels he has only moments left. Suddenly, he hears a faint clicking sound, like something unlocking. He turns the handle, and the door bursts open with a loud noise. The pressure of the water breaks it down completely, and John manages to escape. He rushes to the top of the boat to breathe in the fresh air. The oxygen below had almost run out. Now he's certain that an unseen power is tormenting him. Physically and mentally shattered, he watches the water rise higher and higher. He realizes the boat could sink at any moment. John decides he can't stay on this ship any longer. He comes up with an idea. He collects airbags and uses the broken bathroom door to build a small raft. He ties everything securely to keep it stable. Then he gathers food, water, and tools from the ship to prepare himself. Without looking back, he steps onto the raft and slowly rows away. As he drifts, he sees that same big boat still floating there, motionless. Hours pass, but neither does he move far, nor does the ship sink, even though he thought it would go down within minutes. Then a thought crosses his mind. If it hasn't sunk yet, maybe he can repair the leaks and make it seaworthy again. He goes back to the ship and starts fixing the holes. Using pipes and tools, he builds a pump to remove the water. With that pump, he gradually drains all the seawater out. After sealing the leaks and fixing other issues, he even repairs the exterior of the boat so it won't break again. Once done, he tries using the radio again to call for help, but still, no answer. Disappointed, he looks at the map once more, trying to figure out the way back. He starts the engine, but the ship doesn't move at all. It's completely still, as if frozen in the water. That realization breaks him inside. Completely exhausted and hopeless, he then spots another ship far away. His only option now is to reach it using his raft. He quickly climbs on and rows toward it. But then, that ship starts shaking and moves rapidly toward him, as if someone is controlling it on purpose. John rows faster, but the massive ship keeps coming closer. Right before it can hit him, he makes one last attempt and jumps from his raft, trying to swim to another boat he sees in the distance. But when he gets there, that boat has vanished. That's when he realizes the terrible truth. An evil force is keeping him trapped on this mysterious ship, not letting him escape. He swears never to return, even if it costs him his life. But as he keeps swimming through the cold water for hours, the temperature drops. Dolphins swim beneath him, but the water grows unbearably cold. Unable to bear it any longer, he reluctantly returns to the same ship. He's too weak and sick to think anymore. He simply covers himself with a blanket and falls asleep. When he wakes up the next morning, he decides to try escaping again, but another shock awaits him. The room's door is locked. Panic takes over, and he starts to mentally break down. He can't understand why all this is happening to him. Then his eyes fall on a small cabin in the room. He opens it and finds a passage leading upward, a ventilation shaft. He climbs inside the cabin, which leads to a narrow storage area. Every time he tries to climb up through the vent, he slips and falls back down, injuring himself badly. But he doesn't give up. After many failed attempts, he finally reaches the top and tries to open the vent window, but it won't budge, as if someone had sealed it shut on purpose. Now, the oxygen inside is running out. Breathing becomes difficult. The door below is locked, so he can't go back. He feels like this is the end. But then, once again, he hears that same mysterious clicking sound. The vent window clicks open, and John wastes no time. He climbs out immediately. The fresh air gives him some relief. As he looks around, he sees the boat moving toward a small island. Hope fills his heart. Maybe he'll finally be free from this cursed ship. As soon as the boat reaches the shore, he jumps off. He believes someone on this island must be behind everything. Furious, he grabs a stick and starts exploring. But soon he's shocked. The entire island is deserted. There's no sign of human life anywhere. Filled with fear and anger, he walks back toward the shore. And there, he sees something unbelievable. The same mysterious boat that brought him here is now calmly floating away, as if searching for its next victim. At that moment, John becomes certain this ship and this island are under the control of some dark force. He must escape no matter what, because his life still has meaning. He climbs to the highest point of the island and from there spots another island in the distance. But it's too far to see clearly. As John keeps wandering, he eventually ends up back where he started, and his eyes widen in disbelief. It's the exact same place. His old boat is tied there. The same people are around, as if nothing ever happened. Everything looks exactly as before, like time itself reset. John stands frozen, unable to believe whether what he experienced was real or just a nightmare. But one question haunts him. How did his boat end up there again? And what was the truth behind that mysterious island? He can't tell if it was all real or just a terrible dream. But whatever he went through was the truth. If you like the story, hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing recaps.